Hey guys, One with an Organ here, today bringing you the second entry of my Pokken ranked journey. I've actually changed a bunch of things from the first video now, the first one being that the video quality should be much better, and I'll mention why in the description. The second main difference is that I only did 3 matches this time instead of 4. That is to shorten the video a little bit, and so that I either win more or lose more and make it a little bit more exciting, because last time I won 50% of the matches and that's just not that exciting. But anyway, let's get right into the matches now. Alright, so we have our first challenger and it's a Pikachu Libre. I actually really like Pikachu Libre. I'm very likely to use her in the near future, but right now the top contender for secondary is Sceptile. He's just really cool. But anyway, I used the Emolga Fennekin set for this whole video, and obviously I'm going to use Fennekin for somebody like Pikachu Libre that's really fast and can combo really well. So that's that. Here I open up with a charged aerial attack because Pikachu Libre being quick and having projectiles, I thought Shadow Punch would actually be riskier. So that went fairly well. Here she gets me with a little flippy attack, which I'm seeing a lot of spam with those physical attacks, so at that point I'm kind of like, okay, I see how this is going. But she gets me with a really good combo there, and then chases me after we phase. I actually buffered a jump here, thinking that might be what happens. If they have a charging burst attack, buffering a jump, like if they're charging at you doesn't take them up in the air, buffering a jump is actually good too, not just blocking is not your only option. But anyway, here she keeps trying to do flippy attacks and just kind of going crazy there. I mess up by doing a laggy attack and I get destroyed for the first match. I was a little salty because I don't like spamming. It makes matches not that fun whether I win or lose. But I was just like, okay, you're not gonna jank me out or anything. I actually didn't know. I was kind of scared that I lose the first match of the recording. But anyway, I go around the projectiles with the homing attack. Opened up a little bit differently because you never know when people are going to adapt. Here we have a little clash. I probably shouldn't have been going for so many regular attacks, but somehow that counter didn't hit. I guess that happens when Pikachu Libre is jumping around all over the place. So I don't know why I went for a grab. If this player is doing nothing but physical attacks, then I knew it would get me punished. But I think I'm adapting at this point. I figure there's going to be a burst attack right away, but I don't do anything to avoid it, so that's my bad. And I knew I wasn't going to die because Pikachu Libre's burst attack doesn't do that much, but it did take me actually even below her HP. So here I'm just trying to keep her out with those attacks, and when I confirmed that second projectile, I linked it up into the beam, and that took it. Gengar's burst mode is ridiculous, holy crap, it's like a Super Saiyan 3 or something. Okay, here I go back to opening up with the charged projectile, which actually does land, and then I did notice that this player had pretty good timing for sniping. But I do get Fennekin to cover me. You actually get some invulnerability when you use Fennekin, so it can be really good. I think you can even intercept burst attacks most of the time. So I get a counter into Curse, and the match is almost over. I saw that burst attack coming, and since I was already in the air, I did the neutral Y. That's actually often a good idea. If you're going to get punished on the way down, just use the neutral or the up, what do you call it, where he lunges forward with X. It's really, really good to stall your descent. And you get some invincibility frames when, like that first second when he vanishes. So I take match 1, already a better start from the first video, so I was pretty happy about that. And Gengar just swims like a freaking pro. Like in his little shadow, well, he sank just now, but he swims really well. I used to swim all the time, and his technique actually looks pretty decent. He should bend at the elbows more, but you know, we're not gonna worry about that, because Gengar's a champ. Coolest Pokemon ever. Anyway, we have a new challenger, and we have a Gardevoir with an 80% win rate, having as many matches as me. But we're both low ranked, so it's not that big a deal. Since I'm an idiot, I didn't switch to Emolga. And again, it's really my preference. I like Emolga for zoners, but I wasn't thinking clearly. I don't know, I guess when I record I don't really think. But, I mean, Gardevoir does hit kind of hard with her combos in terms of damage, so Fennekin isn't all that bad. I really like having a ranged option like Emolga for zoners. So I go around that, and oh, I did open with Shadow Punch in this match because Gardevoirs will often start out with projectiles and you can catch them off guard, and usually you'll either get them before they're able to land their attacks, or you'll just trade in a way that you do more damage because their weaker projectiles are the fast ones. So here I actually linked up a few combos instead of stopping and trying to counter or trying to grab, because last time I did stop after a counter, after an attack to counter, she grabbed me, so that's why that worked. It must have been a pattern. And she was playing really well, in my opinion. Unfortunately, she dropped shield at the end of that homing attack. Maybe she thought I was going to charge it or cancel into a grab or something. But, so round 1 went to me. I didn't open with Shadow Punch. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. With Gengar, I feel like switching up how you open is really helpful. It's just my opinion. She charges with what I'm assuming is her homing attack and gets me with the second one because I dropped shield. Fortunately, I caught that and did shield the attack, but then I got comboed anyway for some huge damage. Here I was trying to bait out attacks to try to punish them with my aerial combos, but I did mess up there, although I did manage to time out her, or waste the last little bit of her. So I rush in and get punished by Fennekin, which is my bad for getting greedy. Here I'm trying to combo, but she's blocking, although messed up last minute. So here this combo cancels into Shadow Punch, and then you can do your spinning attack thing and finish it off with a counter. That's a wall combo, it won't work on the wall, but so that was good. And I managed to finish it off with projectiles there. Speaking of combos, I actually tried to tell myself before I did these matches, I tried to tell myself, don't try to do fancy combos, stick to simple ones, and just try to think about what your opponent is doing, because I think I was just focused on the wrong things last time, and I think it worked out to try to stick to the basics and think a little bit more. So, there's that. My other focus was to try to land more curse punishes, follow-ups after a counter-attack critical confirm, and I think I did do that a few times in this video. I know I complained last time that I wasn't, following up with that because it's huge damage. It's one of the few, in my opinion, it's one of the few really high damage punishes that Gengar can do. Most others aren't going to hit as hard as characters like Lucario or power characters or anything. Not saying that he's not good or anything, he's just more of a mix-up character from what I can tell. So, I go around, get a homing attack, we have another Gardevoir. Kind of wanted more variety, but that's okay. So I mistime a counter, and then I go for another counter and get grabbed, so that does critical damage. I'm off to a really bad start here, so I need to pick it up. And then I do Shadow Punch, but it was too late. I shouldn't have gone for that when she was likely already starting projectiles. Okay, here she's doing some elegant as hell looking Gardevoir combos. She's so elegant. I don't care what anybody says. I really want to play Gardevoir too. But anyway, I actually timed that Shadow Punch properly, so that's good. I don't know why I did the charged Shadow Ball from that far, because it doesn't really do much. You want to pressure with that from mid-range or close range. So I get a combo there to finish it off, the low X combo. And again, I stuck with Fennekin the whole time. I would have, I prefer Emolga with zoners, but that's okay. So I open up with that. I didn't think it would work. I thought she would block it, but I guess she got greedy. And I was trying to keep some projectile pressure. So I get a critical for grabbing her out of a counter, so that's always fun. And I go for a Shadow Punch and Wake Up. I thought it would be blocked, but it wasn't, so that's good. So that's a good Shadow Ball, charged Shadow Ball, because it was at mid-range, so it put pressure and let me get a Sludge Bomb out. It's a lot better than what I did last time. So here she wastes her burst attack, not the best time to use it. And I go for that teleport up laser thing. Gengar's, oh, he's so good in burst mode. I think some people think his burst mode is like cheap, and I don't blame him, it's ridiculous. But I think there are better characters in the game, so it's alright. So anyway, I take that, and I rank up to E4. Yay. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave me some love. If you didn't enjoy me, tell me what I can do to make it better. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Let me know if keeping it to 3 matches is better than 4. And at any rate, I hope you do come back for the next entry, one with an organ out.